Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Kraken Packs video. I am your host, MrBevers. Today we're going to open up one of these Planeswalker decks from the new core set. They made 5 of these this time. We opened up the Sarkin one already. We're going to open up Vivien Reed's deck this time and see how it goes. Now, again, as most of you probably know, if you watch my videos on a regular basis, I try to avoid spoilers at all costs to these new cards, because I like to be surprised. I understand that the whole point of the spoilers is to get you hyped for the set, but I'm already hyped for the new set coming out. Like, I already want to see it. I want to play with it. But I generally want to look at them myself and see them for the first time, so I have no idea what Vivien does, or what her abilities are. Now, of course, this is also the Planeswalker Vivien, so it's different than the Vivien that's in the actual set. So this is a 6 mana, 4 and green Vivien Planeswalker. Her +2 ability is put 2/1/1 counters on up to 1 target creature. -3 is target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. And her -9 is creatures you control get +4/+4 and gain trample until end of turn. She comes in with 5 loyalty, so it only takes you 3 turns to get to her ultimate, provided she takes no damage. So, of course, you do get only 1 booster pack in here these times. And we do, it looks like Palaka Worm is a rare. My goodness. What happened? Palaka Worm used to be an uncommon, for those of you unaware. It was an uncommon in the previous core sets. Now, I can based on what it does, I can understand why they probably bumped it to rare. Because, I mean, it's a 7/7 for 7 with trample, which is already pretty good as it is. But when it enters the battlefield, you gain 7 life, and when it dies, you draw a card. It's just crazy. It's a threat that they need to remove, but when they remove it, it gives you a card. So, I mean, can't really complain about that. Now, we've got an Aggressive Mammoth, which I believe is a new card to this set, which is an 8/8 for 6. What? It's an 8/8 Trampler for 6? Other creatures you control have trample. That card seems really good. That seems like a very good card for mono green Stompy. That's for sure. I would take an 8/8 Trampler that gives my other creatures trample over a Palaka Worm. Any day. It costs 1 less. It's 1 more power, and it gives a benefit to my other creatures. Okay. Scala Wolf is a 3/3 for 5. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a green card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in any order. Oh, sorry, in a random order, I should say. And you get 2 of those. So there's your rares from this Planeswalker deck. And of course, this is mono green, so you're going to get a whole pile of forests. Now, did any of you play in the pre-release this past weekend? How did you do? How did it go? I'd be curious to know. I didn't get a chance to play because my weekend was super, super busy. I was getting ready for a family party on Sunday. Saturday, I had to get the house ready for that, since we were the ones hosting. Friday, I ended up filming my first D&D session, so you should be seeing the D&D video here on YouTube probably in the next 2 weeks or so. So that'll be session 1, and then we're filming it every Friday moving forward, except the 3rd Friday of every month. So we'll be taking 1 week off, essentially, every month. From filming the D&D sessions until we're done the campaign. We're running the Curse of Strahd, so if you're into D&D, something to check out. We are filming it live on Twitch, so you can check it out there. We got a Bristling Boar. We got Colossal Dreadmaws, some big 6/6 derps. We got a Colossal Majesty. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, draw a card. Okay, it seems like what this deck is about. Declare dominance. Target creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. All creatures able to block it do so. Okay, that seems like a good way to get rid of your opponent's blockers. Druid of the Cowl, of course, a 1/3 for 2 that just gives you a green. It's a good rampy, some good ramp. Elvish Rejuvenator is 1/1 for 3. When it enters battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may put a land card from among them onto the battlefield tapped. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Interesting. So it goes and gets a land out of your deck and puts it on the battlefield tapped. That's pretty neat. Ghastbark Twins. A 7/7 trampler for 7, and it can block an additional creature each combat. Okay, Oakenfor. This is an enchantment from way back, so it's just a +3/+3 aura. That's all it is. 2 plummets to deal with those pesky flyers, since so far this deck has no reach and no way to deal with flyers. So you've got 2 plummets. Rabid Bite, which also lets you fight things, so there you go. Rabid Bite helps you deal with flyers as well. Reclamation Sage. This is a card that a lot of people really enjoyed back in the day. Worth a couple bucks if you have it in foil, that kind of stuff. It's very good. It's a 2/1 for 3 that enters battlefield. It destroys target artifact or enchantment. Thornhide Wolves, just a 4/5, vanilla 4/5 for 5. Titanic Growth, +4/+4 for 2 mana. Meteor Golem. These guys were in the other deck too, I think. Which is, it's just a 3/3 for 7, but when it comes in, you can destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls. Can blow up Planeswalkers. Do note this. Since there are a number of Planeswalkers in this set, it can blow up Planeswalkers. This is a 2/2 for 2, so a bear. We got a little bear. Urzine Champion, which is a 2/2 for 2, and it has an ability for 6, 5, and a green. It gets +3/+3 and becomes a bear berserker until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. And you get 4 of those. So there's your 2/2s that get in the way early on. And then you have a Vivien's Jaguar, which is a 3/2 for 3 with reach. Hey, look at that. We were just talking about reach, and there you go. And you can pay 3 and return it from your graveyard to your hand. Activate this ability only if you control a Vivien Planeswalker. So that's not too bad. It's kind of like a spectral Jaguar with reach, and it's from a bow, which is why you can only return them from your graveyard if you have her in play, because she's the one shooting the arrows. So there you have it. That was a little Vivien, the Arcbow Planeswalker deck. This Aggressive Mammoth seems pretty broken. Palaka Worm being a rare now is a little disappointing to me, but I mean, hey, it's a core set. What can you expect? Now you do get 1 booster pack, so let's see what we find in this booster pack. The last one had a pretty sweet card in it, so now see if you bought this to add this to here, so you would want to take out all the green cards. Titanic Growth, you were already running 2, so another one's not terrible. Explosive Apparatus goes in any deck. Now it's probably not something that you want to play in Standard, but it's something that you could play in Limited for sure. Wall of Vines, just an 0/3 with reach, so if you've come up against someone who has a lot of flyers and you just need something else that can block them or deal with them, this is not bad because it's a 1-drop with reach. Another Reclamation Sage, it's not bad. Definitely something that you would probably put into this deck just because there are a number of artifacts and things that deal with artifacts in this deck. And our rare is a Remorseful Cleric, a 2/1 flyer, and you can sacrifice it and exile all cards from target player's graveyard. And we got just a dual land, red-white. So again, if you were playing mono green, you wouldn't be playing this rare that you opened up from this pack in this deck. That being said, it's still not a bad little rare. I don't know if it has any value to it, but it's still a pretty sweet rare. Being able to exile your opponent's graveyard with a creature is pretty nice. Especially for an ability that just lets you sack this. There's a lot of decks that play with graveyards, and so graveyard hate is definitely a thing that you know. I mean, there's probably plenty of graveyard hate out there, but this is just another tool to add to your toolkit if you want to have graveyard hate. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers. Not nearly as exciting as the Sarkhan deck, since we opened up the Mythic Angel, but still pretty nice. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, MrBevers, and as always, may your pulls ever be better.